Hi, today I want to talk to you about tattoos and discrimination. How many of you seen people with tattoos and piercings and immediately thought that person was a freak, or they can't be very smart, or they're a menace to society? If they were walking behind you, were you wondering if they were up to no good? Even though that person did nothing, they look different, so they're judged. Most people judge without thinking about it. I should know, I've been judged by employers and others for my tattoos. You know that scruffy-looking tattooed biker that you just walk to the other side of the road to avoid? He's a loving, affectionate dad that coaches his kid's baseball team. And that kid you stared at and thought, what a freak for the tattoos and piercings he has? Do you know he's a tutor after school teaching young kids with reading problems? Tattoos in the Western world were once thought of the mark of the outcast, the rocker, the rebel. Tattoos used to be just for soldiers and sailors, gang members, or prison inmates because tattoo shops were considered dangerous and they're socially unacceptable. Everyday people didn't get tattoos, especially women. It was taboo. Actually, adding decorative illustrations to skin has been a popular practice since ancient times. Clay dolls were found that indicated the Egyptians used tattoos as early as 4000 BC. Over the centuries, different forms of tattoo art has been practiced by many different world cultures. Around 500 BC, Japanese culture began tattooing for both cosmetic and religious purposes. Adrian Mayer, in the March-April 1999 issue of Archaeological Institute of America, talks about how in the Roman Empire, Roman soldiers were required by law to have identifying tattoos on their hands in order to make it difficult to hide if they deserted. Now, the popularity of tattoos has continued to grow over the last 200 years. In the 19th century, tattoos became popular in England among the upper class. Lady Randolph Churchill, Winston Churchill's mom, even had a snake tattooed around her wrist. Now, tattoos are a method of self-expression. But it's also anticipated that tattoos will be used increasingly for medical and non-medical cosmetic applications. For example, tattoos can be used to obscure the reddish-purple birthmarks known as a port wine stain. And tattoos are also being used to create permanent makeup such as eyeliner and blush for burned or disfigured victims. Now, for any of you considering getting your first tattoo, there are a few things I want to share with you. What you need to know before you get a tattoo. First, you should remember your local studio has several obligations relating to tattoo safety. Make sure the business you choose is licensed and it's up on their wall, and that any needles are completely disposable, as this reduces the chance for serious infection. An autoclave should be used to sterilize other equipment. Surfaces should be clean. And your artist should be changing their gloves every time they change the needle, or even more often. Thankfully, most professionals take this responsibility very serious, as it protects their reputation. And please, please, don't let your friends tattoo you. It doesn't matter if they're training up or it seemed like a fun idea or you're at a tattoo party. Remember, your friends should not be practiced tattooing on you. According to data from Harvard, 45 people back in 2005 contracted MRSA, the really serious staph infection, as a result of amateur body art. Always remember, there are no bargains in tattoos. So don't even think about trying for one. The money you save in getting ink cheaply could be spent many times over in trying to repair the damage by covering it up or having it removed. And take your time. Don't rush into getting some ink you'll regret later. Look at designs in magazines, websites, conventions, other people. I was 40 when I got my first one. Check out several studios. Look for cleanliness, proper health procedures, and the professionalism and friendliness of the artists and staff. See if you're welcomed. Feel comfortable there. And to find an artist, now artists are proud of their work, and they should be. Make sure they're willing to answer questions, follow proper safety features, and have an artistic ability, and can spell. Most of all, artistic ability, and they can spell. Make sure you're comfortable with your artist. I've been with my artist for 6 years. Having this person's artwork applied to your skin is a costly and somewhat painful procedure. Once it's applied, it's not coming off. If you can't find an artist that is willing to work with you to get your design right or positioned properly, find another artist. Keep looking until you're comfortable with that person and you can talk to them. And don't skimp on price. This is a lifetime commitment. And you don't want to spend lots more money and time repairing the damage that cost only a little bit to do. So just remember, just because somebody has tattoos, it doesn't change who we are on the inside. Times have changed. Some people buy art to hang on a wall, where very few get to see it. The rest of us carry it for all to see. Most people with tattoos are the nicest you'll ever meet. Just ask them about their tattoos. We'll be happy to tell you. We're proud of them and we're proud of our artists. We're very loyal. And in closing, just remember, fashions change, but tattoos are forever.